Good morning, greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health challenge. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 32 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing, renewing, regenerating system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we are here for you. We welcome your calls on The Bright Side. 844-236-6010 is our number, 844-236-6010. Got lines open for you now at 844-236-6010. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised on The Bright Side, please go to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. That's brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. You can purchase longevity products or also sign up to join the Brightside Ben team right off our websites. For a one-time $25 fee, you can be in business for yourself. You can enjoy the entrepreneur lifestyle, all the tax benefits associated with having your own business, earning thank you checks, working out of the comfort of your home or living room, making as much money or as little money as you like. It all depends on how much you want to work. Be your own boss. A lot of benefits to having your own business. And there's a lot of benefits to having your own business selling nutritional supplements that change lives. Changing lives at the most fundamental level there is, which is the level of health, the level of good health. For one-time $25 fee, you can be in business. If you just want to get your products at the wholesale price, same deal, $25 fee. One time. Call 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. Or click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com for more information. Okay, welcome back to The Bright Side. We have been talking about the underappreciated bile system. Specifically, we're talking about bile pigment, also known as bilirubin. Bilirubin means red bile. Bilirubin is not exactly red. It's more yellowish. I guess they thought it was red at one time when they named it bilirubin. Bile itself is sort of ruby-colored. And as we were saying in our last Bright Side episode, bilirubin is actually, and bile for that matter, are actually not just used by the digestive system. They're not just digestive substances. And bilirubin is not just a waste product, even though it is responsible for jaundice and it's supposed to be eliminated when it's not eliminated appropriately. Jaundice and yellowing of the skin, yellowing of the eyes can appear. Still, bilirubin is not only a waste product. It's a protective molecule. It's an antioxidant. It's anti-inflammatory. It has wonderful cardiovascular benefits. And in fact, these cardiovascular benefits give bilirubin this an entirely new perspective, or the thoughts about bilirubin have to have an entirely different perspective, because now we should think of bilirubin not just as a waste product, but actually as a protective element, protective for the heart. Protective for the blood vessels of the heart. Heart disease is caused by deterioration of blood vessels. Not a cholesterol problem. It's a deterioration of the blood vessels. It's a deterioration of the connective tissue. No surprise there. That's what all aging is. That's what all disease is based in. It's the deterioration of the body, the breakdown of the body. to try to target the results. In medicine, they say sequelae, sequulae, sequelae. That means the results of. To try to target the results of, or the sequelae of the problem, is a dumb medical strategy. You don't want to target the results of the problem. You want to target the problem. The cholesterol is there to patch up the leaky, broken down blood vessels, which are breaking down because of our lifestyle, specifically sugar, or especially sugar. And it's not just the bilirubin, by the way, that makes bile such a functional and really important bodily fluid, not just for the digestive system. I've said this for years. Bile is, next to the blood, it's probably the most important of all the bodily fluids. It's unbelievably important and just as underappreciated. Bile is a complex fluid. It's made up of water mostly, 97% water. And then it has some lecithin in it. Yes, the same lecithin that you can use as a dietary supplement. Lecithin is really cheap and it's got amazing health properties. Lecithin does. Go non-GMO. Go sunflower lecithin. I like the powder better than the liquid, which isn't really a liquid. It's kind of oily and very sticky. Lecithin is, we've talked about that one a lot. Lecithin's amazing stuff. Talk about it for the nervous system and the brain, but it's really, really important when it comes to the bile system. So lecithin, bile is made up of water, and then lecithin, minerals, fatty acids from the digestive system, fatty acids from foods, dietary fatty acids, lecithin. And then there's cholesterol in your bile. And then there's something in the bile. In fact, most of the dry components of the bile, the non-watery components of the bile, are something called bile salts or bile acids. You can say either term, bile acids or bile salts. You'll see them on the side of your on your nutrition facts of your ultimate enzymes. So these bile acids or bile salts, they're the major non-water component of bile. Some 50% of your bile is made up of these bile salts. And no surprise, just like bile in general, just like bilirubin, the bile salts play an amazingly important role in keeping biochemistry operating as it should, and keeping the overall biochemistry of the body, aside from the fact that they're involved in the digestive system, aside from the fact that they help us assimilate the fats that we eat. The bile acids, they used to think that the bile acids just stayed in the intestine. Today we know that the bile acids actually enter into the general blood circulation. They act like a hormone. They enter into the blood circulation and they trigger cells. That means they make cells do things, or they stop cells from doing things. Bile acids have anti-inflammatory properties. They're like an anti-inflammatory hormone. They improve the intestinal functioning. They allow the intestinal cells, they're called enterocytes. They allow the intestinal cells, or the enterocytes. Entero means intestine, cyte means cell. They allow these intestinal cells to process energy more effectively, which can be helpful if you're dealing with IBS or UC. Remember, you're getting these things in the ultimate enzymes. One of the most multifunctional, and I love multifunctionality. I love it when you can take a supplement for one thing and get lots of other benefits. You take your ultimate enzymes for your digestive system, and you end up with anti-inflammatory effects, anti-inflammatory benefits. You end up nourishing or energizing and protecting the enterocytes, the intestinal cells. And these bile acids that you get in your ultimate enzymes, they also are like a natural statin drug. They help lower cholesterol levels. They help lower LDL cholesterol levels, the so-called bad cholesterol. I say so-called because there's no such thing really from a biochemical standpoint as bad cholesterol. But they lower this stuff, this LDL, and something called VLDL, which is very low-density lipoprotein. That means the more bile acids you have, the lower your cholesterol, and the lower your blood fats for that matter. And if you're a diabetic, bile acids are also important for helping you with your blood sugar. Same bile acids you get in your ultimate enzymes. Bile acids, according to researchers from École Polytechnique in Paris, published in the Journal of Clinical Investigation, bile acids were shown to improve insulin response, which makes them also an important player for type 2 insulin-resistant diabetes, which most of us, as we get older, are going to be confronting. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll return right after this. Welcome to the Bright Side. Pharmacist Ben here. 844-236-6010 is our number, and we have lines open for you. You are listening to The Bright Side, and if you like what you hear, tell your friends. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central, and 24/7 on the archive pages at benfuchsarchives.com. Also, brightsideben.com. You can purchase longevity products at brightsideben.com or pharmacistben.com or criticalhealthnews.com. And you can sign up to join the Brightside Ben phone team off the websites as well, or you can call 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. We're talking, our number is, by the way, is 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010, and we have lines open for you. We're talking about bile salts, bile acids, specifically. Bile acids like bilirubin have been thought of as a kind of waste product that needs to be eliminated. We know that when bile acids accumulate, if you have what I call sludgy bile, that is bile that is picking up old hormones and toxins from food and problematic elements from food, you can end up with sludgy bile. And when the bile becomes sludgy, bile acids can start to deposit in the skin. Elevations in bile acids are associated with itching, topopruritus, a type of itching that occurs, random itching. If you're experiencing random itching, it's a very good possibility you're dealing with a liver problem. But bile acids also have a very powerful health promoting role, especially for diabetics. They can help improve insulin response, insulin sensitivity. And this link between bile and the blood sugar system, the link between what has apparently been considered to be, anyway, just a digestive substance, and the blood sugar system is now can be visualized as a link between the first 2 points on what I call the triangle of disease. Through the bile system, we become desensitized, or we become more likely to be dealing with blood sugar problems. As the bile becomes sludgy, it becomes less effective at helping us control our blood sugar. Remember, you're getting bile acids in your ultimate enzymes, which make the ultimate enzymes a great supplement if you're dealing with diabetes, blood sugar problems, if you're dealing with blood fats and blood cholesterol problems. If you have gallstones, bile salts can help treat or prevent gallstones. Gallstones are an actual... they are a sign of bile deficiency. They are a sign that your bile is becoming sludgy. They are a sign that your bile is becoming toxic. Taking in bile acids can actually be like a natural remedy for gallstones. They can even help if you already have gallstones. Most gallstones are made up of cholesterol, largely of cholesterol. Gallstones also have bile salts in them. They also have bilirubin in them. And fasting is one of the best ways to take care of your gallstone formation, because fasting will help lower your bile cholesterol. You'll make less stones when you fast. You'll make less stones when you eat less. Just simply eating less foods will reduce the formation of gallstones. Fasting is still one of the all-time great health strategies. Intermittent fasting every 2 or 3 days. If you're going to do a fast, you can skip your Beyond Tangy Tangerine and your supplements, but you may want to think about using a little bit of Beyond Tangy Tangerine if you feel tired. But when you fast, you actually burn through nutrients, believe it or not, because your body's still doing chemistry. In fact, it's doing a lot of fat-burning chemistry when you fast. Just because you fast doesn't mean chemistry stops. And so you may want to support fat-burning chemistry with your B vitamins and mostly your water-soluble nutrients, your water-soluble supplements. It doesn't matter either way. But the bottom line is fasting is an incredibly helpful health strategy. Intermittent fasting, that is every couple of weeks, fast for a day or two. Every 3 weeks, fast for a day or two. If you're going to... If you have gallstones and you don't necessarily want to fast, you want to look for a supplement, use your ultimate enzymes. Dr. Wallach calls them gallbladder surgery in a bottle. Using supplemental bile salts in the form of your ultimate enzymes is a very important gallstone dissolving strategy. According to an article in the August 2013 issue of the Journal of World Gastroenterology, bile acid pharmacotherapy bile acid pharmacotherapy. That's what they call giving you bile acids for this. It's actually a prescription pharmacological strategy. Bile acid pharmacotherapy represents, quote, the principal non-surgical medical treatment for cholesterol gallstones, unquote. Unless you're in severe agony, you want to keep your gallbladder. That is a very important structure in the body. All the structures in the body are important. Without a gallbladder, you're in big trouble. Before you have them take out your gallbladder, try oral bile salts, oral litholysis. Litho means stone. Lysis means destroy. Litholysis means to destroy stones. It's called oral litholysis. But of course, prevention is really the ultimate way to eliminate, to not have to deal with gallstones. So take your ultimate enzymes with your meals. Always use some apple cider vinegar with your ultimate enzymes. The bile salts are cholesterol plus taurine and glycine. So the bile salts have a base of cholesterol, and then they have an amino acid taurine or the amino acid glycine attached to them. And guess what? Many people are deficient in both taurine and glycine. Taurine's only found in animal foods. Sorry, vegetarians. Got to get your taurine from eating animal foods or supplements, I guess. And then glycine is also found in bone broth and animal foods. Glycine's pretty much found everywhere, but the best sources are cartilage and joints and connective tissue parts of the animal. Chicken feet, for example. I know it sounds gross, but chicken feet are amazingly healthy and good for you. And I do know it sounds gross even as I say it, but still, from a biochemical standpoint, these cartilage-containing foods are amazing medicine for the body, especially if you're dealing with bile problems and gallstones. Chicken soup, homemade chicken soup, yet another wonderful benefit for homemade chicken soup. It helps your digestive system by helping you make bile. And it helps your blood sugar system by helping you make bile. And it lowers your cholesterol by helping you make bile. This is homemade chicken soup, folks. How cool is that? And who doesn't like chicken soup with lots of salt or enough salt and spices? So the bile salts are derivatives of cholesterol, and when you excrete your bile salts, you also excrete your cholesterol. This is nature's way of lowering your cholesterol naturally by excreting your bile salts. And of course, that means you got to be regular. That means you got to have regular bowel movements. Regular bowel movements are nature's statin drug. Constipation is a great way to have elevated cholesterol levels. Constipation is the enemy when it comes to elevated blood fats and cholesterol. So if you're on Lipitor, you might want to exchange it for a little bit of fiber or some magnesium. If your doctor has given you a statin drug before he's given you a prescription for magnesium and fiber and making sure you're regular, he doesn't understand biochemistry. Folks, if you're on a statin drug, has your doctor told you about constipation and the digestive system and how when you're clogged up, you don't eliminate your cholesterol and your cholesterol levels will stay high or won't drop like they should? That makes laxatives really important for the heart, really important for the circulatory system. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. When I say laxative, I'm talking nutritional laxatives. I'm not talking about the drug laxatives. I'm talking about magnesium citrate or plain old fiber. Grind yourself some flaxseed fiber every morning. It's delicious and unbelievably healthy. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. Got lines open. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll be back after this.
If you like...
Okay, we are back on the bright side. Thank you for joining us. We'll get your calls here momentarily. Got lines open, 844-236-6010, 844-236-6010. If you have questions about anything we're speaking about here today or a health challenge you or a loved one may be dealing with, or if you have questions about our longevity products or our Truth Skin Health products, which, by the way, are all available at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Our Truth Biomimetic Mineral Mist, Truth Retinol 1% Gel, Truth Omega-6 Healing Cream, Truth Transdermal Sea Balm, and our Truth Retinol 5% Gel, and our award-winning Truth Transdermal Sea Serum. Truth Transdermal Sea Serum and all the Truth Treatment products are up at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. All right, from the journal Neurology, diabetes linked to increased risk for Parkinson's disease. Now, if you've been listening to this program, that comes as no surprise. Parkinson's disease, like heart disease, as we were talking about earlier, like all health challenges, are secondary to the blood sugar, the digestive system, the blood sugar system, and the adrenal thyroid complex, or the stress management system. Everything else is a secondary condition. And if you want to treat a secondary condition effectively, you got to go to the primary cause. This is why medicine does not work. Medicine does not address the primary causes. And if they do, if they're intelligent enough to address the primary causes, they address it with drugs and surgery. Work on the triangle of disease no matter what your health challenges are. And the beauty of the triangle of disease is, number one, it simplifies everything. It takes all 12,800 different diseases and reduces them to 3 points. 3 versus 12,800 seems pretty obvious which one's going to be simpler. And secondly, and most importantly, it allows us to take care of our own business. Everything we talk about here on the Bright Side is about empowerment. Yeah, I get off in the weeds sometimes with the biochemistry. I find it fascinating. Hopefully you find it interesting too. Some of the physiology and the way the body works, quite amazing and certainly worthy of our respect and awe and interest. But really the point of all of this is empowerment. It's to say we can do this ourselves. We do not have to abdicate our health authority or our health to an outside authority. We do not have to give up our own personal health authority. In the old days, they would tell you to give up your personal spiritual authority to a priest. Today, we tell people to give up their own personal health authority to a doctor. It's the same idea. Don't give up your authority. Author means to write a story. Somebody else writes our health story when we say, I'm just going to go to the doctor. Doctor means teacher, and a real doctor should be a teacher. That's the role of a doctor, is to teach. To teach with the mission, the goal in mind of empowering, of making a patient better. Patient comes from the word suffer, passion, like the passion of the Christ. A patient is one who suffers. The job of a doctor is to teach the patient how not to suffer. That's how our medical model should be. This is the best. The Bright Side every day is the best doctoring, real doctoring you're going to get. Because when you follow these simple, easy to employ ideas, you'll feel better. Just fast for a couple of days. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. We got a call from Slovenia that I want to get to. Hello, D. D? Slovenia?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, welcome to the Bright Side.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
I've been listening for like 3 years or something.
Oh, very nice.
I've been kind of off and on, and never really kind of get to the point of like seriously sticking to everything. And I kind of, I just kind of basically, I was basically, it's about digestive issues, and it's
you have digestive issues. You have digestive issues that you want help with.
Yeah, it's kind of a long story, and
well, let me just help you with digestive issues, okay? Because I'm not quite understanding what you're saying, but I get that you have a digestive health problem that you want help with, correct?
Yeah, but it's like I've done a lot of homework. I want to get. I took betaine HCl.
Well, stop with the taking. Let me ask you something, D. Let me ask you something, because we're gonna have to. I want to go fast, and I want to answer your question. So let me ask you something. Have you tried eliminating certain foods, eliminating problem foods? Have you tried finding out what foods are causing problems and then eliminating them?
Yeah, I have been trying that, but I have kind of failed to kind of have the documentation and everything, and I just wasn't focusing, and I basically I just didn't took it seriously, health, and then and it really kind of something. I went to the ER basically. So
what happened? Did you have some pain? What happened? Did you have pain somewhere or something hurt? What exactly happened?
It's a really long story, but I kind of have. I'm trying to kind of say it, and it's kind of hard to kind of.
Okay, I understand. I understand. I can see you. I can hear you struggling with the language. So let me just cut to the chase here, because you don't.
Because I have to. I'm not used to talking English.
I understand. I understand. So hang on, D. Let me simplify. Okay, always want to simplify. That's the most important thing to do when it comes to our health challenges. We want to reduce it to the simplest element. If you have a digestive problem, you want to assume you have a food problem. Okay? Now, it could be something structural. It could be something growing. It could be other things. But first and foremost, you want to clear foods as an issue. So that means you want to know what kind of food problems you have. Now, I always recommend writing things down. You write down what you eat and then how you feel after, and you just keep notes. It may take you a month to take enough notes to where you start to see patterns, but nonetheless, however long it takes, you're going to start to see patterns. You're going to start to notice every time I have corn, this happens, or every time I have oats, that happens, or every time I have rice, something else happens, or every time I have fruit, I get gas. You know, you're going to notice connections, but the best way to do it is to start off with a fast for 2 or 3 days. Now, if you don't want to fast, do just some celery juice or something, or if you're doing longevity products, do the Suero V. But either way, give your digestive system a break and then start eating again and pay very close attention to how your body responds to foods. Now, like I say, it could be other things, but the odds are very good that once you start to pay attention to the foods you eat, you're going to notice patterns. And when you can isolate foods that cause distress and eliminate those foods, you're going to feel better. So the first thing is to look at foods. Look, it's not just me asserting this, it's just common sense. First of all, it's the digestive tract, and all it's basically doing is food processing. So if you have a problem, it's very likely it's a food process. It has to do with food. And secondly, look at the way we eat. Look at how our food supply has been so corrupted over the last couple hundred years with food processing chemicals and heating and storing and shipping and all the different ways our food is just not the food today is not the same stuff that the human body grew up on. So what I'm saying here is the odds are good it's a food problem. And then while you're figuring all this out, what will happen probably after you do your elimination diet, you're going to eliminate 2 or 3 foods that are causing most of the problem, or 4 foods or 5. A small amount of foods that are causing most of the problem. You eliminate those, you're going to immediately feel better. Then there's going to be more work to do. Then you start supplementing. Make sure you take enzymes. Hang on, D. We got to take a break, and then we'll finish up when we come back. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back after this. Okay, we're back on The Bright Side, talking to D in Slovenia. D, you there, sir? D, my friend D. Yeah. Okay, so listen, here's the deal. Backtrack to food. Find a food that you're having a problem with, eliminate it. Find multiple foods, eliminate them, and then start supporting your digestive system with all the things we talk about in the program. Enzymes, apple cider vinegar, probiotics, good bacteria, anything to support the health of the digestive lining, glutamine, support the health of the bile with lecithin. Liquefy your foods, vegetable juices. There's a zillion things you could do, really. Grind up flax seeds. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You were going to say something?
Yeah, because I am doing that, but...
what foods are you noticing you're having problems with, D? There's certain foods you have a problem.
I wasn't fully everything because I can't afford all of these things. And
you don't need anything, D. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You don't need to spend a lot of money. Enzymes are cheap, first of all. Secondly, your most important problem is...
I have those. I have them right now, and I do plan to buy one of those glucogel and fucoiden and...
I don't want you to think, D, I don't want you to think you're going to supplement your way out of this. Listen, my friend, I'd love to help you, but I can't really give you enough help on the radio because I got a bunch of calls here and I can only talk to you for a brief time. But if you send me an email, ben@ksco.com...
Yes, I was writing it. I couldn't finish it because I was in such a hurry and I couldn't...
No, listen to me. Listen, stop, D. D, listen for a moment. Write me an email... and then you and I will Skype. You know what Skype is, right?
Yeah, of course.
We'll do a Skype call, okay? But write me an email, ben@ksco.com, so I can communicate with you, because I can't do it on the radio with the language and the time limitations we have. All right, my friend?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, good to talk to you. Thank you so much. All right, I wish I had more time to discuss these things. It's really, folks, don't suffer from overthink-itis. Don't overthink. If you have a digestive problem, assume you have a food problem. If you have a food problem, just start to eliminate the foods. This is not complicated. It's very simple. Change is hard. I understand this. The human body and the human psyche doesn't like change. And a lot of times that's what really our problem is. We don't want to eliminate what we need to eliminate, and I understand that, and then our brain turns off. We can't figure it out. It's really very simple. There's always going to be foods, and even if you think you're eating great food, even if you think you're only organic, only salads, I'm a vegetarian, you don't know. It could be asparagus. It could be pears. It could be tomatoes. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. Let's go to Robert in Colorado. Good morning, Robert. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing good, but I'm having a hard time hearing you. You got me on speaker or something. Get us off.
Get off of that.
Okay.
All right. Is that better?
A little bit. What's going on?
I've noticed all of a sudden I thought I cut my foot, and then I noticed it wasn't a cut. It was like at the back of the ball of your foot where you have a crease, the skin ripped. And then I got another one. And then the other day, I noticed on the other foot, I've got the same thing. So I've got some
just your feet
going on with my skin.
Well, hang on. Is it just? Hang on. It doesn't sound. Is it just your feet, Robert, or is it any other part of your body?
No, it's just my feet. I mean, I do have a little bit of dryness, but
dryness on your feet.
Is
it dryness? Are your feet really? Are your feet really dry?
Yes, they are.
Okay. How old are you?
50. I'm sorry. I wish I was.
Oh, is this Skinny Robert? Is this Skinny Robert?
Yes, Skinny Robert.
Oh, Skinny Robert. Hey, diabetes, buddy. Look for blood sugar problems. Do you have any? Have you been? That's your. I'm guessing. Knowing you, that helps because I know you and I've seen you. So I'd be very unlikely if you didn't have blood sugar issues, and also I'd be very surprised if you didn't have blood sugar issues, I should say. And what you're describing is classically. It's one of the things that happens as our blood sugar starts to become out of whack. The circulatory system, the blood doesn't circulate as well as it should to the extremities. And foot problems are very, very common, almost diagnostic for blood sugar issues and circulatory issues. That's what I'm thinking, Robert. I want to get a few more calls in, but that's what you want to focus on. And you know what, buddy? It's good to focus on that anyway. Always focus on the blood. After digestion, always focus on the blood sugar system. All right, my friend. Hope to see you soon. Thanks, Robert. All right, let's go to Utah and say good morning to James. Hey, James, what's up?
Hi, James. I'm sorry.
I'm Ben.
Thank you. Yeah, Ben, thank you.
Okay.
Listen, I have a two-part question. First one, blood pressure, and I'm doing the niacin thing with the Ultimate Daily Classic. The niacin is a 500 milligram tablet, and I think Doc Wallach said take twice a day.
Does he really? Wait a minute. Did he really say that? Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm not sure. It could be twice a day, but man, it is burning my skin.
I know. No, you're not taking two at once. That will really give you a
burning me up.
I know. I can only imagine. No, I wouldn't take two all at once. I think you must have misunderstood. I can't imagine him saying that. I don't know. Sometimes he says things, so I don't know. But that's a lot. That's a lot. I would take one.
I might have misunderstood.
It sounds like a misunderstanding. But take one. Take one twice a day maybe, but just take one and see what happens. Now, niacin is a very powerful vasodilator. That means it opens up blood vessels. And when it opens up blood vessels, it's going to drop your blood pressure, but it will also cause heat to the face and to the extremities. So you'll feel hot, you'll feel flushed. And that's called the niacin flush, actually. Now, you can get around it by
Is there any danger to taking too much?
I don't know if I say danger, but you're just not going to feel terrible. If you were to take 3 or 4, you'd feel awful. I don't know if it'd be life-threatening, but you'd feel pretty miserable. But try niacinamide. Okay, that's a no-flush niacin. You have to get that somewhere else. And then also try, you can get sustained-release niacin. Either way, any way you look at it, niacin is like a medicine. It is the most pharmacological of all the nutrients, of all the vitamins anyway. Vitamin C is pretty pharmacological, but niacin is incredibly pharmacological. In fact, niacin is so pharmacological and so medical that the body will actually make niacin. It's the one vitamin the body will make. That's how really fundamentally important it is. Important for the brain. It's important for the blood. It's important for the skin. It's important for the digestive system. Dementia can be caused by niacin deficiencies. Niacin has been used to treat social anxiety disorder. Niacin has been used to treat all kinds of what used to be thought of as emotional or mental health issues like schizophrenia. Dr. Abram Hoffer wrote a book about niacin being used to treat schizophrenia, and it's a wonderful way to lower your cholesterol. In fact, it's just as strong, if not stronger, than a statin drug. It might be the strongest supplement you could take for lowering your cholesterol, and it also lowers your blood sugar. Just phenomenally important stuff. But it will
second part question when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Okay. Also about the Healthy Body Start Pack. Listen, and the eggs are wonderful, but the thing is, it fills me, but I'm gaining weight. All I'm doing is eating 12 eggs a day.
Okay, here, let me explain to you. That's interesting. That's a good, interesting point. Protein will turn into fat. Okay?
Really?
Yes. Really? Protein will turn into fat. The body can utilize protein for energy. And especially when there's not a lot of sugar around, it will tend to do that. It will do it anyway if you have excess protein. So the trick with protein is to not take more than you're using. And the way you want to use it is by stimulating your body to grow tissue, grow muscle. So what you want to do is get your butt in the gym if you're going to up your protein. Or do something that builds tissue. Or you got to use the protein. If you take in protein without using it, it will get turned into fat. And that could be why you're...
what if I lessen the egg count?
You could lessen the egg. Yeah, you could lessen the egg. You don't eat 12 eggs a day.
Okay.
You know, and that'll fill you up. That's true. But if you're not using the protein, you can over-proteinate. It can get turned into sugar and then it's turned into fat. Gluconeogenesis. There you go.
Now I know.
And that happens with the paleo diet, too, for folks who are eating a lot of steak and they can't figure out why they're not gaining weight. Although I will say that if you've been used to eating a lot of carbs and all of a sudden you turn it into eating protein, you will notice, most people will notice that they'll lose weight. But over time, if they're ingesting a lot of protein but not working out or not using that protein, it will definitely get turned into fat, and then you'll notice that your weight isn't dropping or maybe even gaining. You may be even gaining. Thanks, James. Appreciate it, buddy. Hey, I'm going to be doing a talk in Utah. We're in Utah. Are you in Salt Lake?
Salt Lake, yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll be doing a talk at the Red Lion Inn this Saturday. I don't have the address.
This Saturday?
This Saturday. Come by and say hi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Saturday, 3 to 4. I'll be doing a talk from 3 to 5. All right, thanks so much, James. Take care. All right, that's all the time we have for today. I'm sorry if I left you on hold. Call back tomorrow, and we'll get you first up. And please check out our websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com. And check out the Truth Skin Health products at truthtreatments.com. Thanks for listening to The Bright Side, friends. Have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. We will talk to y'all later. Bye for now.